want to walk you through my new two preset packs that I have for Lightroom that I just came out with. I've been working on these for about a year. I took the time off working on my courses and stuff for you guys, but now I have two new ones. They're PPE Modern Warmth Volume 1 and PPE Retro Look Volume 1. So let's get into the warmth set first, and then we'll do the retros after this. So I'm going to give you Nikon cameras, Canon cameras, and GFX cameras, and show off some of these different presets. So let's reset this file. This is a Z5 file with a 35mm 1.2 Sigma Art attached with an adapter. Work pretty well. And I'll show you some of these. The warm teal right here, this is the one you were looking at a second ago. The warm but old, I really like that one. That might be my ultimate favorite on this particular set. And there's warm but blue, warm but old, warm but blue, and then warm but teal. Similar color spaces, but you know, very much the look that I go for a lot of times when I'm using these cameras. So let's go to another file over here. Okay, so let's look at a couple of these on some Canon R5 files. You know, you have to adjust your color balance and stuff like that for each one of these different cameras, but the vibe will always stay the same. Let's just start at the top, Ivy vibe. We'll do this one outdoors here in a second. So what I would do is pull the warmth down a little bit on the temperature, pull the exposure up a little bit, and that'll get you right into your the color space that I would typically start in it like that. Maybe pull the blacks up just a touch, right? And just find out where you like your warmth at, and then I'll reset it so you can see the difference between out of camera and then there. It gives it a nice all pulled together look. So for every one of these presets, what you'll need to do is adjust your exposure and your temperature, you know, depending on what camera you use, because we all use different ones. Okay, so let's go over here to the GFX, and I'll reset this. This is a 45mm 2.8, and this was the last camera I used on that day. So you can see the GFX file came right out of camera, a little bit more contrasty. So why I said it was the last camera I used that day is because the exposure and the, you know, the sun was setting. So this is going to be a little bit of a darker vibe here. So you go to warm but old here, and what you would need to do, I mean, you can pick any preset you want. What you need to do is pull the blacks up, maybe exposure down so you're not even close to clipping, shadows up, and then adjust your temperature for where you want it to be. And then I'll show you before and after, and that really has a nice cinematic feel for this type of look. I really enjoy something that pulls the colors into a neutral color space but still has the warm tones in the black, because if you look at the black on her jacket, it still has the warm tones that you see in my photos a lot. Now let's go outdoors. Okay, so outdoors, harsh light. The GFX is what I use for that a lot, and I'll show you Canon files like that too, and then we'll go into the retro vibe. So 45, 2.8, doesn't really matter. You could just adjust this based on what you're using, but I'll show you a really cool thing that I use a lot for a different look is Ventura. You see how it changes everything into a really nice painterly. I'll just leave that on there for a second. That's a nice painterly look. I'll reset it. The grass has a nice old vibe. It's nice and soft. Kind of looks like a painting. And then I have another version of that preset that's the pushed version. And I'll go back between the two. That's the regular, if YouTube's picking that up. And this is the pushed. And it just pulls the blacks up a little bit. And then you can go back to Ivy Vibe 1. And this gives you a nice warm tone that's better than the actual, you know, out of camera, because it pulls everything into a neutral warm color space. And Ivy Vibe 2 is the same thing but pushed. So a lot of people requested some retro type of color grades for Lightroom for me, so I'll just show you what some of the regular files that I have look like on here. These are the ones from the warmth set, and then I'll show you the difference. Alright, so in the retro pack I gave you a lot of edge of retro to all the way over the top retro, and I'll give you a couple different examples of files here. So Don't Push Me is just a little bit on the retro side. Edge of breakup on the retro, but still retain colors. Sorry, right here. And then you can go down to like sunbath. We're really getting into the retro warm. Vintage black and white is one of my favorite black and white things that I've made. I use it pretty much on all my recent black and white shots. The warm retro, it's really pushing the file. Sorry, warm retro right there. It's really pushing the file into a nice retro color space. So let's check out another file here. Same thing. Back to the Future, very retro. Don't Push Me, not as much, but still there, just a different style. Edge of Breakup, definitely. Let's see, Sunbath, there it is. Vintage black and white, love that, love that, love that. Looks like she's just coming out of the frame there. And warm retro. And this is with the Canon R5 50 1.2 RF. Like, it really doesn't matter. So these will be in the link description below, and I'll have my website there with volumes 1 through 9. That's the ones that have been up for a while. And then I'll put these as volumes 10 and 11 in that if you want to buy the whole entire bundle. And if you just want these two, if you already have the bundle, then I'll put these in a separate link down below, and you can just buy these so you won't have to get the others too. So these are what I've been working on for the last year and a half, kind of just as I've built this course that you're looking at right now, and let you know that that's on sale right now. The other link in the description, where I'm teaching you how to do all these in-camera lighting tricks, and then editing the files as well, and just having fun in photography. So I'll see you guys soon. I love you guys. Later. It's Marcus.